What's good, YouTube, man? Today, Livestream gonna be we reacting to the Young Thug trial. The witness YSL Woody destroys the DA and gets arrested for not snitching. So yeah, man. And shout out to Shetty Nash, man, because this is his video I'm reacting to. So let's get into it.
Previously on X-Men.
So, depending on what happens tomorrow, then we'll see. Maybe Woody comes out on the stand and pleads the fifth and don't say nothing. If he does that, then what will we say?
Maybe see you state your first and last name with the spelling of both, please.
You say that again?
State your first and last name with the spelling of both, please.
Kenneth Copeland.
Mr. Copeland, do me a favor, pull your chair up as close as you can to the microphone and speak directly into it so we can all hear you. So if you could state and spell your first and last name for the record, please.
Kenneth Copeland.
Spell it, please.
KennethCopeland.
Thank you, sir. All right.
And Mr. Copeland, good afternoon. Do you want to be here?
Ma'am,
Do you want to be here?
I'm here.
Okay. Are you going to let me ask you some questions?
Okay.
How old are you?
Grown.
Hey,
What does
man.
grown mean?
Hey, he's starting off already on some ignorant shit, man. Like he already starting off basically like I don't know. I really don't know too much about what's going on, but deep more in the video as we go on, we'll find out through this video. But to my knowledge and what I'm seeing so far, just by the first words and him answering the first question, that he don't want to be there and he don't want to talk. But rumor says that he's the main reason that YSL went down, because he been the one that's telling and doing all the extra. So I guess when it's time to come on a stand, I guess he ain't feeling it. He trying to take them statements back, and he ain't trying to testify, man. But let's get into it though.
I'm an adult.
Okay. And when you say you're an adult, what number in years are you?
I plead the fifth.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I get you to step outside to your headquarters of jury deliberation, please? Mr. Copeland, given the fact that you have invoked your Fifth Amendment privilege, but the state has already given you immunity under 24-5-507, this court holds you in willful contempt, and we'll see you on Monday. And we'll see if we can get some more testimony at that point in time. Take him into custody.
Judge, I want to know, do you really pay attention to your courtroom? Because Woody basically wasn't playing ball from jump. You didn't pay attention to it. Watch this, and we're going to roll some clips from today's crazy ride. Make sure you chilling, because this is going to be a longer video. I'm going all the way in, the one that y'all wanted. Hey, now, one of you courthouse reporters, I got something for you at the end. Watch this.
Need a car? Well, good news. Book one with convenient delivery on Turo. And guess what? No lines, no rental counters.
All right, Mr. Copeland, I'm going to mark this as the next court's exhibit in order, okay? Mr. Copeland, can you take a look at that order for me, please, sir? All right, let's just go through it right quick, okay? I just want to make sure that you understand where you are, and you have your attorney here. And if you have questions of the court or your counsel, you can go ahead and do that, okay? All right? You have to answer yes or no, sir.
All right.
Okay, all right. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to do anything other than explain this to you, all right?
Okay.
Okay, all right. Saying it right now.
I didn't want to hold the jury, but that'll be fine.
And what's the basis for your mistrial? We didn't know he was going to invoke. We didn't know what he was going to testify to, and I certainly didn't let him. He was only asked one question. So at this point in time, there's really I mean, you can't knowingly let a witness invoke their Fifth Amendment privilege in front of a jury, but that didn't happen in this case. Last thing we heard from Mr. Colton was he was going to testify.
So everything you say, I'll adopt because I was about to say those words. Based upon information belief, I'd like to call witnesses from the prosecution. I was told, I do not have the personal information, but I was told that Mr. Copeland made that known to officers of the prosecution team prior to being called right now.
But it's what I was told. I mean, the last thing the court knew, and he has counsel.
If a party knows that a witness is going to invoke the Fifth Amendment in front of a jury, which poisons us, I mean, there's no doubt it prejudices Mr. Williams et al., all of them, because this trial's been going on now, I believe, 8 months in front of a jury, and they've heard Mr. Copeland's name however many times a court reporter says.
Casey, that's what we've heard.
No,
So.
the jurors have heard Kenneth Copeland.
And as well, okay.
I opened on him that he's the killer. We cross-examined all these witnesses about Kenneth Copeland. The state talked about Kenneth Copeland. My point is, if this honorable court finds that the state knew or had reason to believe that he was going to do this in front of a jury, that his response was going to be, I'm invoking the Fifth Amendment, then, Your Honor, yes, I adopt what you said. That's wrong of a party, and I'm moving for mistrial.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you. All right. Yes, sir. It would apply to everyone. Yes, Ms. Love.
Your Honor, I'd just like to put some things on the record
Sure.
regarding Mr. Copeland. As we stated earlier, Mr. Copeland has.
Your Honor, I'm just telling the court, I am not accepting the proffer.
Your Honor, if I may.
Okay, but counsel gets to proffer, Mr. Steele. I can accept that. So could you sit down at this time, sir?
Sit down.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, Ms. Love, you can complete your proffer at this point.
Your Honor, yes. Just to relate to the court the observations that members of our office have made throughout the course of this morning and throughout the time that we've been dealing with Mr. Copeland. Our cause for concern is Mr. Copeland's communication that he is going to us, that he is going to speak, that he is going to speak on the stand, that he is going to testify, and watching what happens when Mr. Copeland gets on the stand. Mr. Copeland did not want to have to be taken into custody. The court gave him the opportunity to have present in court with him someone who is supposed to be representing his best interests. What we have seen is communication, both verbal and nonverbal, between Mr. Copeland's supposed counsel and counsel for defendants. And a look as if I tried from Mr. Copeland's supposed counsel in the direction of counsel for the defendants after Mr. Melnick attempted to assert for Mr. Copeland. May I finish?
Let her finish, Mr. Melnick. Please sit down. I'll let you start. Okay? All right, thank you, sir.
While Mr. Copeland is on the stand stating that he wants to testify, that he will testify.
He ready to go.
So we are watching, and Mr. Melnick, I believe it may even be captured on film. The court can look at it. Mr. Melnick turns to the direction of counsel for the defendants and motions like, that's it. Then, upon information and belief.
You definitely know how to talk about
as we are standing out waiting for the jury to come in, Mr. Copeland requests to speak with counsel for the state, but Mr. Melnick keeps walking in. Then, as
Does he at any
Mr.
point in time tell you I'm not going to testify? I'm invoke the Fifth Amendment.
No. As what happens, as Mr. Copeland requested to speak with the state, Mr. Melnick keeps going in regardless of Mr. Copeland's request to speak with the state. And then we learn that Mr. Melnick tells Mr. Copeland they are going to hammer you. So Ms. Hilton comes back in and asks me, had I spoken with Mr. Melnick? Had I told him that we are going to hammer Mr. Copeland? The state had not made any such communication with anybody. So what we are seeing, we believe, is tampering with witnesses, this particular witness on the part of people who are not the state. So we are concerned. I don't know that Mr. Copeland's interest is being represented when that interest may not be in alignment with the people that Mr. Melnick is communicating with on breaks. And after Mr. Copeland has communicated to this court, he will testify. So watching the goings on as Mr. Copeland is not on the stand, it has been publicized, it has been hyped up that Mr. Copeland is the next witness. Mr. Copeland is the witness. And then Mr. Copeland, he's been nothing but cordial. He's been nothing but communicative with Ms. Hilton during the time that she has been interviewing him and speaking with him. And the reason Ms. Hilton was not in here just now when the jury came out is that Mr. Copeland asked to speak with Ms. Hilton. But Mr. Melnick kept going back in there and going back in there and going back in there. And the reason that we have a problem with this is that Mr. Copeland is not facing any charges. For Mr. Melnick to suggest or say to him that we're going to hammer him, it causes us to call into question whose interest he's representing. And so we would ask that, you know, what I haven't even thought of in my mind an appropriate remedy at this point, because it is wrong for parties to inject themselves on behalf of purportedly one person. And I don't know, I guess they're, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I can say that this entire day, starting from the point at which Mr. Melnick is invoking Mr. Copeland's Fifth Amendment right after Mr. Copeland has said he's going to testify, has gone a little off rails, and it's a little bit concerning. So, Your Honor, as to this motion for a mistrial, we would argue that it's caused by actions on the part of people other than the state, that Mr. Copeland got here and said what he did. So we will continue to speak with Mr. Copeland because Mr. Copeland doesn't have any charges that are open. If he asks to speak with us, which he has, we'll go and speak with him. And I'm not even certain what is going on behind me with respect to persons who are purporting to represent the best interest of Mr. Copeland. But it would appear to me that Mr. Copeland's best interest would be served by Mr. Copeland not being inside the Fulton County Jail. But that's just my opinion. So, Your Honor, I would ask that the court deny the motion for a mistrial at the very least. And if it goes any further, find that actions by people other than the state have led to us being where we are, because Mr. Copeland was at the point right before lunch of agreeing to testify. That is the reason we were ready to get started right before lunch, because now he's been told he's going to be hammered by his attorney. I guess he told him that I guess the state's going to hammer him. I don't even know what, but Ms. Hilton has gone over the questions that she has for Mr. Copeland. She has spoken with him about it. They have been speaking cordially with one another. And this idea that somehow someone is entitled to a mistrial as a result of this action on the part of Mr. Copeland is a farce under these circumstances. We'd ask that the court deny the motion.
All right. I'm going to deny the motion for mistrial, Mr. Steele, at this point in time. I'll note that you've made it. I'll let Mr. Melnick in just a second make whatever remarks he wants. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I would like, but my understanding.
My bad, Chet, if I keep walking out, man. I was just trying to handle some stuff, get stuff together in the household with the kids. So, yeah, we're back into it, though. Y'all heard me in the background. But let's get back to it, though. I really ain't cared too much of what she was talking about because she was just going and talking. She can talk her ass off. So, let's see what my man's got to say.
I'm going to profit this. But there's a great investigator who is looking at me, and I trust her. I'd like to call her as a witness. I was told I was not there. I was told that I forget her name. I know her first name, but her last name. And Investigator Long, and I may be wrong. Heard Mr. Copeland prior to coming in to the courtroom, almost immediately prior, state, and I'm I'm reading from Mr. Kokomo. If I have to go to jail, then lock me up. And then the Honorable David Botts told me as I was walking in that he heard, he's right behind me, so he should be speaking for himself, but he heard Kenneth Copeland tell the prosecution, if I said the wrong people, please correct it, that he's invoking the Fifth. That's why I raised it. I'm not saying anybody did anything wrong. I'm saying that if a party knows or has a reason to believe that a witness may invoke the Fifth Amendment in front of a jury, we avoid that at all costs.
But the challenge we're having, Mr. Steele, is I do believe that there's probably been some behavior that probably wouldn't pass the good faith test of there's a lot of influences inside and outside. So I'm going to basically base it on the proffers of counsel and just remind you all of your professional responsibility requirements. Okay. So I'm going to
remind it all the time because I've lived them. I'm just telling the court that in order for you to deny my motion for a this was bad.
And I'm going to deny your motion, and I've made my ruling. So I'm done at this point in time. Okay. In terms of this motion for mistrial.
Well, I would like to call the witnesses, but I understand what you're saying.
I'm not going to call any witnesses. I don't need any witnesses. Your proffers are fine. Okay.
Can I add a proffer now?
Yes.
Hey,
Of professional conduct,
Judge.
we would not be sitting here having this
like,
conversation.
pissed. The judge is pissed, bro. YSL Woody, he pissed him off, and the prosecutor, because he basically going back on his word. He said he's going to testify and that he didn't want to be incarcerated or put into custody. But now that they let him get up on the stand, he basically flipped the script on him.
Today. And unfortunately, for me to fully explain everything that's been going on, it would require me to reveal confidences that I'm not going to.
Say yes, sir.
I don't want you to do that, sir.
I can assure you that the decision to invoke the Fifth came completely from Kenneth Copeland. I owe nothing to anybody over here. I owe nothing to anybody at any of these tables. I don't care, candidly, no offense, don't care what happens with their cases. The only thing I care about is what happens to Kenneth Copeland. And for any assertion, I'm sorry, Judge, for any assertion.
And that's your primary duty.
It is. That's exactly right. And for an assertion to be made that I or Mr. Copeland are somehow being influenced by somebody over here is absolutely ridiculous. I take great offense to it, and I can tell Ms. Love that I am going to the state bar to report her for contacting a witness that she knows to be represented by counsel. She and I have had conversations about Kenneth Copeland.
Okay. All right, Mr. Steele, do you have the raw file?
Judge Glanville,
Sir.
you allow another moment when Ms. Love calls me that I did not do something. They have the exact image of what we got from the jail in Fayette County. That is it. And if I get another false allegation and you do nothing, I'm shocked. I'm appalled at you. I sit here day after day with this false allegation, just machine. I gave the state everything. There's been no disconstruction. There's been no purposeful, I don't care. I don't care. I give over everything. I've done this for 33 years. Never in my life have I seen a trial. I've done 300 appeals in the state of Georgia alone. I've never read a case like this. Judge, I gave them everything I had. I waited. I was at my office till 8. After 8 last night, I waited for their investigator to come by. I handed him an exact copy of thumb drive. They had everything that we got from the Fayette County Jail. There's been no deconstruction. There's been no purposeful exclusion. This is not the first time. Okay. And I apologize that I'm getting tempered, but I've never been treated like this. You talk about professionalism every week. Professionalism is lacking with one lawyer here. It has never been. I don't even like coming to court. I used to love this. I would die for what we do. I used to say, I'm dying. I would die. I couldn't choose a better profession. If I had litigated with Ms. Love, I would.
Your Honor, could we strike the hominem attack? Really, could we strike that?
Okay, hey, everybody, calm down. Everybody, both of you sit. Both of you, please be seated.
Judge, I'm not
both of you, please be seated.
You have to do something. You have threatened me with contempt. You have threatened me with jail. If you go back in time, we can just start in voir dire. jury
No,
after jury. You did individual
look,
voir dire,
yeah,
painful.
look, right there. I'm
Miss Love would come in and say
you,
that juror was crying.
look,
It was not true. You would say, that's not my recollection after I said it. You did nothing. We start the
Okay, but
case.
Mr. Steele.
I asked you, please.
Mr. Steele.
Please, Judge,
Mr.
how would you feel if you were being treated
Mr.
like
Steele.
this?
Mr.
Well, I'd
Steele.
like to finish.
Mr. Steele.
I gave them everything on that drive, and it's continual abuse of a prosecutor, of another member of the bar. I don't talk with Miss Love. And that's fine. I like that. But Judge, I'm not going to stand here anymore. I don't care. You can take my bar card.
Mr. Steele, listen.
Wrong,
But there.
And Mr. Williams, you know, to me, this is an innocent man. You talk about, Miss Love said there's a man in the Fulton County Jail who shouldn't be there, Mr. Copeland. Mr. Williams shouldn't be in custody. But he's been charged, and we come here for a fair trial. It's been everything but that, according to Miss Love has tried to demonize me. At times, Mr. Adams. At times, Mr. Shaw.
I object to the ad hominem attacks, and I ask
all because she wants to win the case. And now she speaks over people. It's not right. I gave them everything. And by the way, and what I want to tell you, by the way, it's not even the law. If they call that gentleman on direct, I don't have to give them anything before trial. I do it because you asked me to. You said, listen, we got a big case. It's going to take a long time. Give them things. I gave this, by this way, to the state October of 2023. October 2023, that was uploaded, given to the state. I hear about it now, and I wait there, and I give them the exact duplicate of what we have. And now there's a false allegation of misconduct. And what I'm telling the court is what I said again. I do not appreciate it. And you have told it in front of the jury that I'm unprofessional. You were wrong. You based that on Miss Love's false representation.
Your Honor, again, the ad hominem attacks, Your Honor. I object, and he should stop talking when I object.
Try to silence me. I will not be silenced.
But Mr. Steele, here's the thing. Okay, I think that Mr. Steele, please be quiet at this point in time. You made your point. You made your point at this point in time. Both of you, please be seated. Please be seated, sir. Sir, please be seated.
Whatever you do is fine, but I care about Jeffrey Williams.
It's obvious. I would expect no less because you're his advocate, you're his champion. But could you all please sit down so I can kind of figure out a solution for this? All right. First, let me just kind of address the obvious. I know that tempers have been heated in this particular trial, and they continue to do so. And I know
y'all couldn't hear me. My bad. I had the mic muted, but I say, let me repeat that. My boy Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, aka Big Slack, his lawyer ain't playing no games, man. He coming with it. He's serious, and he trying to take this one and wrap this one up and cash the check. You know
that all of you are being zealous advocates and representing your clients to the best of your ability with zeal and rigor. However, I agree that, there should not be ad hominem attack on anybody or any counsel, and that you all should think and reflect about what you say about your brothers and sisters of the bar. Because we have a large contingent of folks that watch this trial. And so not only for the purposes of this, but it sends not the message I think you want it to send. All right. So I'm going to leave you all to your wise discretion in order to do that. But and I'll take up whatever I need to take up as I see fit. But I know that you all, this has been a long trial. It's very demanding, exacting, and grating on and tiring on all of you. So I ask you to just take a couple of deep breaths and step back and see and kind of look at and just remember that you do represent of who you represent and what you're here for.
Ready? Ready to save hundreds on your TV bill?
Are you serious?
Then it's time to switch to Philo.
Let me ask you just the simplest question. Do you think that Woody knew what he was going to do before he jumped on there? Yeah. Did y'all see how the judge was sitting up there being dumb? Judge, this is on you. It ain't on counsel. It ain't on nobody. Then added with the fact he got on the one freaking, what's the name, the lawyer, for not saying, hey, bro, I heard this man saying that he wasn't going to testify and that he's going to go to jail. Hey, Judge, he was yelling that everybody heard. From everyone to everyone. So it wasn't just the damn lawyer, it was the other lawyers. The DA heard it as well. Ask the DA's office under oath if they heard him say that. Bet you won't do that one. I'm gonna revise Steele's what I get, cuz like a C- the other day. I'm gonna revise that to an A. And then today I'm gonna give him an A+. He said he ready to die about it. I said, oh, he said, you can take my bar card, take my booty. I think he said that. I don't know. I'm just playing. He didn't say that part. But either way it go, bro. Still was standing on business the judge got to keep it authentic.
Hey, yo, let's not skip past that like we ain't just here. Hold on, my boy. My God. What did he say? What did he say?
Take my booty. I think he said that. I don't know. I'm just playing. He didn't say that part. But either way it go, bro.
Come on, City, man. Come on, man. But nah, for real, though. I totally understand the whole thing, bro. But a tad bit confused because it's like, how I could put this in my own way. My boy Woody, bro, if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't be put in this predicament, bro, as we speak. Like, so you can't really blame nobody but him. And I feel the frustration, bro, coming from Thug's legal defense teams, because it's like, it's not been a fair trial the whole time. The whole time, it ain't been a fair trial at all. But we ain't gonna skip past it though. Like, come on, one more time, bro. Come on, man.
Ask the DA's office under oath if they heard him say that. Bet you won't do that one. I'm gonna revise Steele's what I get, cuz like a C- the other day. I'm gonna revise that to an A. And then today I'm gonna give him an A+. He said he ready to die about it. I said, oh, he said, you can take my bar card, take my booty. I think he said that. I don't know. I'm just playing. He didn't say that part. But either way it go, bro. Still was standing on business because the judge got to keep it authentic, bro. He messed up. He's showing his bias because you had to give natural grace to the state to think that they wouldn't play dirty. We're supposed to be the good guys. They're supposed to be the bad guys. They're supposed to be the bad guys. We're supposed to be the good guys. That's how it's supposed to go. The cops, the state, the whole entire justice system is supposed to be the good guys, while the defendants, the bad guys, actually go out and get shown why you're a bad guy. That's how it's supposed to go. Didn't say that's how it always goes, but that's how it's supposed to go. So with that being said, I get him giving grace. But at certain points in time, Your Honor, if I'm going to say certain things about certain people, I had to say them about you. Now, I'll give the judge an F from the beginning, and then he finished out with the C because he allowed all the attorneys to vent their frustrations, because you had to. As the leader of the court, you had to listen to that. You had people pissed off, super pissed off. But you know who gets the ultimate W today? A's all around the board. YSL. Woody. I told y'all months ago, Woody could come out and be the hero. I told y'all yesterday, I'll pin it in the comments in the video. Bruh, he could come out and basically destroy all this. Nobody got arrested. I mean, nobody got arrested for his video. I'll probably just pin that in the comments. Screw that video yesterday. I'll pin the 3-hour interrogation video. Nobody got arrested for nothing that he said in there. He essentially was in there lying. The same thing that DK said. I would have went in there and told them anything. I'd even go as far as to tell y'all, Woody might be the realest one. Now, that it can all change Monday. Monday, he could pop out and then start testifying and all that, and then start lying and then get held in contempt of court again. And then you can see, well, he was really trying to weasel his way out. He's for self. True. But when it comes down to loyalty and all that stuff, eventually, even a lame-ass dude can do something real every once in a while. That took a lot of balls. Like, I'm doing this. Because for all the lame shit that Woody did, that took a lot of balls to do that. Now, I seen another channel talking about he was going to get 20 days, 20 days, 20 days. He wasn't going to get no damn 20 days. They were going to do him like they did the steroid provider for the Rocket. I can't think of his name. No, for Barry Bonds. I take that back. Y'all don't know this, so let me walk y'all down memory lane real quick. Barry Bonds 100% would have got convicted of juicing and doing steroids if it wasn't for his trainer. Do you know what his trainer did? His trainer literally came through and did the exact same thing. He ain't say nothing. So they held him in contempt of court. That man spent about 9 months. I'm lying. He spent about 90 days in jail because he wouldn't swill. This is a regular ass white dude. It turns out he actually from a hood, which is funny as hell. He from a hood in the Bay Area. So shout out to the hoods in the Bay Area, because at the end of the day, you can do all you want to schooling and stuff like that, but sometimes that real shit just gonna jump out you. Now, somebody could also say he got paid millions of dollars on some hush hush to go to jail and sit it down.
One moment to just see yeah, I see my daughter Jariah. Say hi, baby. Her birthday was yesterday. She just turned 2. Now I know y'all remember when she was this small. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying. I can go back and watch my old streams, and my baby was a baby. She still is a baby, but she was a little tiny baby. Yeah, I see how far we done came. She still be in this chart with me on my live streams, right, baby? Love you. But yeah, man, let's get back to the reaction video. I ain't gonna lie, man. This whole time, bro, I've been paying attention. I multitask, but I'm literally confused at this point because, like, huh? Yeah, I'm confused, bro. Y'all comment below. Do y'all think Thug getting out, or do y'all think he over with still? Even though Woody don't testify and get on the stand and change his mind.
You can say that too. Hey, that's even better. But either way, that go back to the trial. The judge didn't read the room. The state been playing dirty. One thing that was said that the damn attorney said was that, hey, I sent y'all an email last June and y'all ain't hit me back. Judge, you ever gonna address that? No. You want to address that one? He said, we going to the bar. Shouted, we coming for your card. We coming for you, nigga. And that's what he did. Now, since we in the process of slanging mud and shit like that, I'm not gonna say the court reporter's name, but right here tattooed on me, it's a monster for a reason. Now, I'm black as hell, so you know that ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna see it. But let me help you out. We got this thing going on called new media. I'll give all credit to Poetic Flacco, right? He named me, he named AK-47, the Game Spitter, Hip Hop Buddha, other individuals. Shout out to We As Gang. He the hottest one in Northern California right now. And if I forgot you, it's not on purpose. I'm just trying to do this video as quickly as possible. Bruh,
I see, baby.
I don't give a damn that you sitting in that courtroom, that you report in that courtroom. Bruh, you just popped up. Now, you were there in big times and stuff like that, and I'm not going to say your name, but I'm about to sling a little mud because you took like 5 cheap shots at me today. And if you didn't, then my bad, I took this wrong, but it just seemed like all them arrows that you were slinging was meant for me because you said that's why y'all need to listen to the court reporters and not the YouTube reporters, whatever the hell you said. It was a direct bullet meant for me, and it's cool. But now I get to fire my gun back. You going to tell the people that you try to reach out to Woody to do an interview? No. You gonna tell the people that you reached out to Duke to do an interview? No. You gonna tell the people you reached out to Sign Life Shouty to reach out to all the people who got their plea deals and stuff like that to do interviews? All the YSL members? Huh? Oh, this was months ago. This was months ago. You gonna tell them how Vlad TV and No Jumper try to reach out to do interviews with these guys as well? No? Huh. So when you doing all that, bro, I want you to know something. They don't respect you. You won't walk in those streets and everything like that. And no, these people didn't tell me directly. But you know what happens? You know what happens a lot? People have family members. They have every type of person you could imagine. And one of the funniest, craziest things is that I'll get all those interviews before you. I damn near can guarantee I can interview every member of YSL when they get out of prison, out of jail before all of y'all do. So how about this? If you slang mud at me again, I'll drop an atomic bomb on everybody and I will shut your shit down. I hate it had to be you because I thought we was all right. But all that slick shit and calling me a liar and all that, there's three things I'm not. I'm not a bitch, I'm not a punk, and I'm not a liar. So if you ever want to thug it out in the way of your realm, cool. How you doing? My name's Seti Nash. I graduated from a continuation high school at this.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. At this point, just chatting. Yeah, man. You're chatting at this point. So, long story short, YSL Woody a fucking cold rat, and he just ain't trying to get on the stand, bro. It's like, we don't know if him not cooperating on the stand for the prosecutor is going to work for Thug, like good on his behalf or not. We don't know. All we can do is sit back and wait, man. Time to tell everything like it always do. So, man, I see I be busy and stuff with the kiddos. My daughter won't let me. She won't let me do a long live stream, man. I have to she have to be gone for me to really sit and kick it with y'all and really break some shit down and really get into the details, man, of everything and break everything down to a T. Do our research, our homework, however you want to say it. But yeah, man, with this one right here, that ain't going down like that. And she's such a daddy's girl. She's so clingy. She's always under me. I can't go nowhere. I can't lift a big toe without her stepping or tripping over mine. So, that right, baby. It's their birthday girl. Her turn 2 yesterday. We had some good time and fun. We went to the pool. We went out to eat. And we celebrating tomorrow. We probably throw a party here at my house. And have some more fun. You want to do the water balloon fight? The water balloon fight? Does that sound like a plan? Say hi, YouTube. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, YouTube. But yeah, man. We gonna end this live stream. I'll probably go live again before the night over with when my woman get home. So she can have the kids handled, settled, laid back, tucked in. That way we can really work and get to the T. But I'm out. It's been a slight little quick stream, man. It ain't. We still working on it, man. Getting better on how we present ourselves on her. I don't like to speak on nothing like that's not factual. I don't like to really put my input on shit that I don't know 100% that's been proven because I'm big on my reputation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be putting out false information that I don't know for sure that is 100% true. So therefore, we got some research to do, and I see y'all in about an hour or two. Holla, say peace, say peace, say bye bye, say bye bye. Do this. Why you acting shy? You're not shy. You're not shy. You acting shy. She camera shy. But yeah, man, we'll see y'all soon, man. And hopefully, if Zariah not being a brat, I'll let her come back on later on tonight. We out. Y'all see you pointing at the camera.